Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into Bandit, a war game from OverTheWire designed to sharpen your Linux and cybersecurity skills. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow up. Now let's jump in and start it, hacking our way through Bandit. The level I'm going to do will be level 25. Let's have a look at its goal and description. A demon is listening on this high pod number, and this demon process will give us the password for the next level. If we can supply the password for Bandit 24, of course, this information is known at this point. Besides this, we also need to supply a secret numeric 4-digit PIN code. There is no way to retrieve this PIN code except by going through all the 10,000 combinations called brute forcing. I believe there are different ways to do. In this video, I'd like to take two approaches. The first one is shell scripting, and another one is Python. So then we can head over to Kali Linux VM. First of all, we need to SSH to the target. Let me autocomplete this command. As before, in this series, I explicitly specified the pod number with option of -P because this is not default porter by SSH service. So then we can hit enter. And it's asking us to supply the password for current user Bandit 24. No problem. I've already made a copy to clipboard. So then I can paste clipboard and hit enter. Now we are in the target machine. We can press keys Ctrl, Shift, and L on the keyboard to clear the screen. Then we can get bigger space on the screen. Usually, we can, we need to run command ls with option of ALH to list directory content. But of course, as described in here, we shouldn't hesitate to connect to this pod number, okay? And how to connect? We can utilize Telnet or Netcat, but I prefer to use Netcat. And let me clear screen again, Netcat, and followed by the target IP address or host name. This case is localhost because this daemon is running locally. And also we need to specify the pod number to connect to 30,002. Let's press enter. Now we got a response from this daemon process. I'm the PIN code checker for user Bandit 24. Please enter the password for user Bandit 24 and the secret PIN code on single line. We should follow the instruction, and the password and the PIN code should be separated by a space, so we can paste the password of a current user Bandit 24 and separate by a space, and we can put a PIN code like a 000. We need to know how this daemon process is responding. We can press enter. And run, we got an error. Run, please enter the correct current password and PIN code. Try again. We can paste again, and we can try different PIN code. We got the same error. Of course, if you have enough time, you can manually go through all 10,000 combinations to get the password for the next level. But this is, of course, is very time consuming. It's not effective way. Alternatively, we can utilize shell script to solve this challenge down, okay? To solve this challenge, okay? So I'd like to create such a script on our Kali Linux locally, because on our own machine we have very strong and efficient editor like VS Code, PyCharm, and so on, okay? So let me I've already opened up the VS Code, and we can write our commands or scripts in this file, bandit24. Usually, such a script will start from shebang, okay, bin bash. You know, VS Code, not like a Vim or VI, can give us some help, even can give us a warning if there is something wrong, okay? And next, we need to generate a sequence of the 10,000 combinations. And there will be two approaches or two ways. We can use this way, like I and in, and we can use curly braces, 000, and double dots, and line all the way to line, 4 lines. And then we can get sequence of such a combination or such digits. But and the next or the second way is we can use this one, in and dollar. And you know, between parentheses we can run command, for example, like a sec, and we can specify starting point, a starting number from 1 to 10,000. But in this case, the second way, although maybe work, but it's not the most appropriate way, because if you run this for loop, you will create the sequence like this one, 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10,000. But what we want is 001, 002, 003, and all the way to the line. I think you have already got my idea. So how to generate such sequence? We need to take the first approach, okay? This I'm going to do, okay? So now let's go back to VS Code. We can use for I curly braces 000 double dot to all the way to line, and we can, for each iteration we can do the following. Why? Do done, and next we can echo. We can use the double quotes, and we can copy the password of a current user here, okay, and separate it by space. And then we can use the $I. This means the variable. This variable will be referencing to here for each iteration, okay? So now we can append to file like numbers txt, okay? So up to this point, we have already generated all possible combinations of pin codes. Next, we can use such combination to connect to the daemon process. So the numbers, and we can use a pipe operator. So for each line, for each line of this from this dictionary, and will be feeding into netcat, okay, localhost and port number, okay, and we can redirect or save into the results. So why here there is some warning, Unless cat consider, I think it's okay. I think it's acceptable, not error, just a warning. Maybe there'll be better way to code, but we can save. Now we can copy. Oh, maybe now I like to go back to, oh, it's disconnected. We need to copy the password again. Next, we can create temporary directory under tmp directory where we can play around. We can create shell script. We can execute shell script there. Okay, so we can use the command mk temp with option of d-d means directory. Okay, so temporary directory under tmp has been created with random name. We can copy because we want to navigate into this directory. Nothing now. So now we can use like Bandit 25. Okay, and press key I to insert something. We can copy from VS Code locally, and now we can paste in here. Right, and quit, and we can change the mode. We can make it executable, and then we can run it. Let's press enter. And you know, of course, the result would be very big. There'll be so many lines. We can use the WC command to display how many lines in this file. More than 9,000 lines. So we can use the grep command to, because as we know, if we give a wrong pin code, we will get the wrong message. Okay, wrong. Oh, we need to use the option of V. This means filter out any line which contains wrong keyword. Okay, results. As you can see, we successfully got the password for the next level. Okay, so now I utilize shell scripting to solve this challenge. Next, I'm going to take Python to for the same purpose. Okay, and let's go back. VS Code. Of course, alternatively, you can use PyCharm, but in this video, I'd like to use the same VS Code to create this program. Okay, so now Bandit 25 Python script. So we need to import the socket module, and this module is built-in Python module, which can, you know, make a collection and communicate between client and server, and we can use this module to work as client or as server. This case, we can use this socket to create client instance or object. Okay, so now how to do? We can create the socket instance or object. Socket, we need to specify address family. Oh, not. And we need to specify transport layer as TCP sock stream. Okay, then we can connect to the daemon. In this case, would be localhost. You know, for this method, we need to pass a tuple, and the first element in this tuple would be IP address or the host name of the target. And then the second element in this tuple would be port number. This case would be 30,002. Next, we can send. I think now, because we know how this daemon process is behaving, and when we connect, we will get a response before we send anything, right? So now we can receive data as we can use the method receive, and usually we can put the buffer 1024, and we need to decode. If you want, you can print out this response. This is optional, okay? We can print receive data. Next, we need to loop over the all possible combinations. So how to do? As you know, the pin code consists of 4 digits. So we can use for I, maybe number 1 in range 1 up to 10. The 10 is not included. And for number 2 in range, for number 3 range, for number 4 in range. Okay, then we can create the data to be sent. So the data we can use a formatted string. Okay, and we can copy the password from notebook because the data should be 2 parts. The first part would be password for current user and separated by space. And then we can use curly brace like number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. I think it's as easy as this, right? So I think we have already generated the data to be sent. And then we can, the method for the socket has sent. But because we are using Python 3, the data should be encoded first. So data encode. Okay? And then response. So response would be, we can use the receive method, decode. Okay, so if run not in response, it means that we haven't given correct data, okay, or correct pin code. So then we can print out number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, or we can print something like print pin code has been found. Okay, and then we can print response. If we have already found the correct pin code, we do not need to continue this loop anymore, right? So how to do? We can use the sys module. Sys module can control the flow of a program. In this case, we can exit from the program and we can save. I think that's it. And also, we can close this socket to save the resource of the machine. And now let's go back. I think it's disconnected again. No problem. We can copy the password for current user. And as before, we need to create a temporary directory under tmp. And we can navigate into this directory. Okay, and we can use Vim editor like Bandit 24 or 25, and we can press keys I to insert information, and we can copy the code and paste in here, right, and quit. And then let's run it to see whether there is any error. If there is any error, no problem, we can fix it. Okay, now we can press enter. Although Bandit is a series which can sharpen Linux skills, but I always take every opportunity to utilize Python. As you know, Python is very great programming language. So maybe I should pause the recording. All right, I'll come back. I must tell you, I made a very, very serious mistake in this code. I forgot to put the enter or the backslash in. This means hit enter on the keyboard, right? But just now I forgot to put this one. So, this information didn't be sent to the daemon process properly. Okay, so now let me copy the code again and create it here and paste it in here, and let's run it again. Bandit. As you can see, very quick, we got the password for the next level. So I think this mistake, maybe you will also have when you do this exercise yourself. Okay, very important. The backslash n, otherwise this code will not work. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.